with the American Enterprise Institute and Fox News contributor. And it even gets worse than that, Mark. I mean, the New York Times says that McConnell, quote, doubts if Trump can save presidency. So what does the standoff mean?
Yeah, well, it's insane for Donald Trump to be attacking the one man, Mitch McConnell, who delivered him his only legislative victory of his presidency. Mitch McConnell single-handedly stopped Barack Obama from filling Antonin Scalia's Supreme Court seat. So that's the only victory Donald Trump has had as president of the United States. He needs Mitch McConnell to give him more legislative victories, not less.
But that's
it's not just Mitch McConnell.
That's not how the president sees it, apparently. According to the Times report, they've had an expletive, deleted phone call among each other, and the president blames McConnell for the failure of the health care reform and blames McConnell for the Russian investigations on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, well, that's insane. He needs Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, if he's going to get any legislation, he's got tax reform, he's got infrastructure, he's got all sorts of priorities that he's got to get through, and he needs Mitch McConnell to do those things. He can't afford to be alienating him, and he can't afford to be alienating the rest of the Republican conference. I mean, think about the people he's attacked. He's attacking Jeff Flake and Dean Heller. His pro-Trump group ran ads against Dean Heller when he was wavering on Obamacare. He needs Dean Heller and Jeff Flake in the United States Senate. One thing we learned from Obamacare is that 52 senators is not enough to get the Trump agenda through. We need to build our majority, not reduce it. He's putting at risk that Democrats are going to take those 2 Senate seats. He attacked John McCain last night as the one vote against Obamacare. Well, that's true. But why did John McCain vote against Obamacare? Maybe it had something to do with the fact that Donald Trump said last year John McCain isn't a war hero because he got caught. So when John McCain was called on to make a vote that he disagreed with out of loyalty to his president, there was no reservoir of loyalty for him to turn to. You need to cultivate. He doesn't have to be friends with these people. You got to cultivate them and win them over because he needs their votes.
Well, I mean, and he's attacking Jeff Flake, as we know, at the same time. So as Lindsey Graham says, there's an article. This has invoked the Article 5, in the Senate. Basically, they're circling the wagons. I mean, how can will anything then get done? How can they potentially get back together, at least in a professional business-like way, do you think, once they reconvene?
Because they need each other. I mean, the truth is that if the Republicans want to keep their seats and Donald Trump doesn't want Chuck Schumer to be in charge of the United States Senate with subpoena power and in complete control of these investigations, he needs for the Republicans to make some progress legislatively
so what does he do?
We don't lose the Senate in 2018.
Does the president call out Mitch McConnell, say, I'm sorry? I mean, a lot of people wouldn't see that.
No, I don't think anybody's going to apologize. It's not in the president's DNA to apologize. But they have to work together. They've got major priorities that they've got to get through. If they don't get, if he doesn't pass tax reform, then his presidency is in deep trouble, and the Senate and Republican control of the Senate is in deep trouble.
Your advice to the president?
They need each other to pass their agenda.
Your advice right now to the president to do what?
Stop attacking fellow Republicans. You don't score goals by shooting on your own net. His job is to get the Trump agenda through. He needs every Republican because we've got such a narrow majority. He needs every Republican on board, and he's got to stop attacking his own team and focus on criticizing the other team, the Democrats, for their obstruction, and get things done.
All right, Mark Thiessen. We'll see indeed if some of that comes to pass and if they can put some of this behind them. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Shannon.